I have no idea what they
I don't
say.
think that's what they say.
I actually have a really good way to kick this podcast off, but like
He just did.
Go on with your intro.
He just did.
Like our normal intro, like our first like segment.
This is our normal
What's
intro.
up,
Whatever
everybody?
Serious.
It's the Moretako Encounter. Welcome to the Moretako Encounter. We are glad to have you guys here with us, and we are going to do one of our classic 15-minute movie reviews on an excellent little
Gem.
I like that word.
Gem.
Kung Fury. Kung Fury was a Kickstarter originated film that was launched in 2014, eventually filmed and brought out in 2015. And it's a 30-minute movie, short, whatever you want to call it, that you guys can go watch on YouTube today. It's also available for purchase if you really like it on Amazon Prime.
For like $3.99. Go watch it for free.
The basic concept of Kung
Worth
Fury is this dude. It's like an 80s police cop, like goof exploitation film that's just incredible.
It's
What
like-
were your guys' thoughts on
It's
it?
like Sin City hits the 80s. It had a very Sin City vibe. to
Yeah,
it.
that's what.
There was a scene in there
Yeah.
where like it was all Sin City. That was like that was
Yeah,
there was like an arcade thing going on.
Yeah.
and he was whooping Nazis'
it had-
asses.
Yeah,
the
that-
arcade
yes.
stuff with some Tronish stuff.
Yeah,
going
that gave
on.
me some like Mortal Kombat vibes.
Yeah,
That's
as
what
well.
I'm saying. Like,
Yes.
he's punching people in the junk, like
There-
Johnny
there-
Cage style.
There
Yeah,
were
I mean-
genre pieces
Genre?
all
Bruh.
built
Bruh.
together in it. It was so, he fights Hitler, he rides a
kicks-
dinosaur.
He goes back in time too far to then move forward to fight Hitler.
Thor smashes things. If you like hot Viking chicks with machine guns, you would love this
Yeah.
movie.
That's a great point.
Yeah.
What were some of the standout pieces that you liked in the movie, Nico?
Well,
Because I felt like this would, both Joe and I felt like this would be right up Nico's
Very
vein.
Nico.
Right into the vein.
absolutely. And I just said it for the first time in a while. But anyway, I had to IMDb this movie.
Yeah.
I had to just to see if it was like a legit movie. Did you know that on Rotten Tomatoes it got an 86%?
Hell yes.
On Rotten
That's
Tomatoes.
too low. That's too low.
But here's the thing: some movies that we have reviewed in the Fire in the Sky, that got a 56. So I mean, it just above and beyond. You took this movie in 30 minutes and you blew that movie away.
Yeah,
And that's
that's a great point.
Had stars.
Off a Kickstarter.
Yes. So 86 on Rotten
Now,
Tomatoes.
this had David Hasselhoff in it.
yeah,
You don't
The
hassle the Hoff.
Don't Hasselhoff.
6,000.
6,000. Don't
But
hassle the Hoff.
and on top of that, IMDb 8 out of 10.
wow,
Those
That's legit.
Yeah.
That's legitimate stuff.
stats don't lie.
So there are many people like us out there.
What really caught your eye in this movie? What was? I mean, there's so much.
There is a lot. I am a sucker for 80s sound. My favorite movie of all time is The Running Man.
Love that movie.
I absolutely love. I could watch that. I will go find that on HBO Max, and I will watch that every night if I have to.
HBO Skinamax.
Yeah, but that's a different. But anyway, yes, that 80s vibe, that music,
Yeah.
that
It
instrumentals,
just gets you, dude.
it almost gives you that Tron, that video game, that
yeah,
just something about it.
it's
And
good.
then the colors and it's so
It just hits.
It's so terribly
It's,
bad.
as the
It's
kids
awesome.
say, I don't know
Dude,
if the kids say it, but it
I don't even
slaps.
think it's bad.
I don't
but-
even think it's bad. Like if you really think about it, it's not. It's
Well,
just
I mean,
good.
It's in.
Oh my
It-
gosh,
it
was
would be
great. It was
bad-
a good
See,
half an hour.
Yeah, it would be bad if it was intentionally trying to not be like that. But it's intentional. Like the everything about that movie is intentional, which is what makes it good. You know,
And
what I'm saying?
anytime you kick Hitler's ass,
Yeah.
it's a great movie.
Dude, when Superman punches the arcade after bouncing off a satellite
Yeah,
in space, I mean, just
hysterical.
just ridiculous.
I mean, he jumped a Lamborghini, jumped out, shot people while the Lamborghini was coming to the ground.
he had to
Yeah.
argue with Hoff to open up the Lamborghini.
Yeah.
Hoff wouldn't do it.
We
He
know
wouldn't
that
do
in
it.
hindsight. We
Yeah.
know it. He wouldn't open it.
We learned that later in the movie.
Yeah.
Much later in the movie, like a whole 29 minutes later.
Yeah. I thought what was funny is like when you watch movies, like there's like they set the table like what's going on. There's all the action in between, and then there's like the end result, right? It was a 31-minute movie. it
of
all happens
action.
like boom, boom, boom.
Yes.
It's like plot, action, end.
It
and
almost
you're done.
it
It's
almost
like,
gave me
whoa.
like that old school like cartoon vibes of like
Yes.
of the X-Men 97, whatever the
Yes.
X-Men, the Ninja Turtles,
Yeah.
where you had just 30 minutes
Yeah.
of a story.
Yeah,
and
boom,
we gotta
boom, boom,
crush
boom.
this.
yeah.
Yes.
I
We're
think-
going to make you fall in love with every character in 30 minutes. There's going to be a whole storyline. It's going to be amazing.
You know who I love? Triceracop.
Triceracop.
I
Tell
love.
us where Triceracop shot every character except for one,
Yeah,
which was great, and then he shot him too.
yeah.
What do you do?
I think it's like the hang on, before we get to that, the very end of like their Hitler dub, right?
Yeah,
When they
yeah.
take the dub when the giant golden eagle.
There's spoilers.
There is, but yeah,
but
whatever. Just watch
it's
watch
just
the
a-
movie.
We
it's a
won't
cliffhanger.
spoil the
We won't-
very
yeah,
end.
It's
That's
so
not like-
awesome.
But Kung Fury meets with Triceracop, and he's like, "I've always liked you," and like whatever. They meet
He's
for
known over like
4
minutes.
seconds.
earlier in the movie.
Literally
That's
4
it.
seconds. Where he's like, "I don't need a partner. I work alone."
Oh, that's good.
That was pretty good.
That was
actually.
That was
good,
a
dude.
great voice.
That
that
was
was
pretty good.
That was
That
almost
was great.
spot
I
on.
work alone.
I love how their
was good.
their voice never matched their lips too
Yeah.
on purpose.
The very
Amazing.
China vibe to it.
Amazing.
There we go again with China.
China.
It was a mess and awesome.
It was
Mess.
an awesome mess.
Thor. I mean, you got Thor in there. It was just
Dude,
all over the place.
When he and the Viking chick are riding the T-Rex.
a
And they're
talking
just
T-Rex,
riding
by the way,
Which you don't find out to the very end that he can speak.
and he crushes. He has a good joke.
Crushes. And
And if your wife doesn't believe that dinosaurs are real or not,
Now
after
is
I mean, she needs to watch the movie.
watch Kung Fury.
and,
dinosaurs are real.
And the T-Rex and,
When they're
and the eagle.
fighting the eagle. So do the little arms or the talons win? I mean, what's going to win that fight?
the T-Rex
Yes.
won?
Did it though?
it
Rethink it. Don't
won the
ruin
battle.
it. Don't ruin
It
it.
won the battle,
Don't ruin it.
but maybe
So,
didn't win the war.
This movie, Kung Fury 2, was made post-pandemic, and it has Arnold Schwarzenegger in it and all this other
Dude,
kind of stuff. And
imagine-
it got,
Wait, does it
and
really?
it
Why
absolutely
did not
does.
start with 2?
And it got held currently. There is a lawsuit. So the movie is fully made, but I don't think they were able to, they can't release it because none of the people who worked on it got paid because this Chinese investor
China.
did not like forward the money or something. It's held up in the courts and some people are being sued, but the movie is supposedly finished. And the guy who created it is kind of gone off the radar, and they're waiting for this court case to clear up.
Just pay them in crypto. It'll
But
be
goodness
Yeah, it's fine.
gracious,
Dude,
I would
imagine
need to
that
see
coming out during the pandemic.
it would have been monstrous.
I mean,
fine. I mean, Tiger King.
I was just gonna say
Tiger
Tiger
King
King.
crushed it.
still crushed.
Making a Murderer, all those kind of
Yeah.
things that you could just sit and binge.
Yeah.
We would have watched Kung Fury 2 probably 27 times.
Oh, in the pandemic,
in a
I would
day.
have been Kung Fury. We all would have been Kung Fury.
Running around with little headbands, bandanas.
I love Tiger. Sorry,
Amazing.
that was
So
Tiger
I'm gonna
King, sorry.
so let's clean up this part real quick. Can either of you, Joe, can you pick a scene that was like, all right, looking back, because I thought about it, this is my favorite scene in the whole movie.
It was. I can't. I'll give it away. Fuck it. When Kung Fury gets shot by Hitler, and he goes to heaven,
And he's fighting the Cobra?
and he's fighting
I was
the
just
Cobra.
gonna
It's like,
The
dang it.
spirit animal.
Yeah,
The
I'm like,
cartoon,
But did you
80s cartoon Spirit Cobra.
yeah, he crushed.
But did you catch that at the beginning? There was like a foreshadow when
Because he got
struck
shot by lightning and bit by a Cobra. 100%.
Damn,
There was
I
a
missed that.
foreshadow.
That's when he's in the alley when his buddy
Yeah,
gets
his father
sliced
figure.
in
But he-
half.
but
His father,
But he
And he's
noticed
like,
right away
I
he was
think
dead.
he's dead.
He noticed right away he was dead.
the Kung Master, slices his
What-
partner in half.
What
He's like,
what gave it away?
think-
His insides
I
on the
think he-
out.
I
And
think he's dead.
And his tongue sticking. You
Yeah.
saw the tongue
I
sticking
think
out.
he's dead.
I think he's dead.
I thought of him like a father. Dude, yeah, I mean, I would definitely say when he dies and he goes to heaven,
I didn't mean to touch your hand.
and
That
he
was a
tries
little-
to place
that was a
the
little weird.
Cobra under arrest for
And he's yelling at him, and the cartoon yelling at him looked like a
See?
Ryu or
Yeah.
Street Fighter character.
very, very Street Fighter. That's exactly what I was going to say. And then all of a sudden he's back on Earth with Hitler,
And the digital guy is like, I de-resed your bullet or something like that. Or like,
He like
I like-
hacked him.
yeah.
But like, I think that's what was so funny. Like everything is just so quick. Like
So-
nothing is drawn out because it's a 30-minute movie.
And
So witty.
nothing connected at any point.
That connected though.
A little bit.
a lot of it connected. So cool. I love that. my favorite scene, and I don't know why, it's just so cheesy and over the top. And I heard there's another movie that does something similar, but dude, when Hitler is in the present of the movie and he picks up a phone and he shoots bullets into the phone, and then on the other end of the phone the bullets start spraying out and killing everybody in the precinct. I'm just dying laughing. It's just so over the top that it's like ingenious.
It's very good.
And
It's
Kung
so
Fury
funny.
shoots the phone.
And then he
And it
shoots the
stops.
phone
Yeah.
and it stops.
He's
It just
busted
stops.
after he quit.
He
Yeah.
did quit.
But then all of a sudden he's got his badge on again.
Did he?
I work alone.
He did have his. He had
I'm
it on it
badge.
when he was dead
Yeah.
because it was bringing it all together.
Yeah, I guess.
That's all-
alone.
But did he though?
No, he
No,
had
he
a
didn't.
bunch
He
of
didn't-
help.
he needed
He-
Triceracop,
a T-Rex
Thor,
T-Rex,
two
Thor,
hot Viking chicks
Viking chicks,
with machine guns.
with machine guns.
the
Hacker
nerd,
Man.
The
yeah,
T-Rex hacker man. Yep. He
the
had a
Hoff
whole-
9000.
yeah, the Hoff.
He had a whole crew.
Or is it 6000? I think it was 9.
You don't have the Hoff.
I don't know. Favorite scene in the movie.
Oh, when he's fighting all the Nazis and it's like a video game.
The side
Yeah.
scroller.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
So
good.
you see like that terrible video game in the background, like people fighting, but they're really not making
But
contact.
they're not
It's-
moving
it's
That
the
was
anything.
one-
same-
that
it's
was
the
one
same
actor.
video the whole time.
One
Yes.
actor
And,
played
yeah, like the-
1,000 roles.
Yeah, I
Amazing.
picture like Mortal Kombat. You mix Mortal Kombat with like Sin City,
Yeah,
and it connected the two.
Yep.
It was atrociously awesome.
I didn't
love
get.
it.
I didn't like think about Sin City until you said it.
And they
Yeah.
actually made fun of the fact that it was the same soldier over and over. So when they were
100%.
It
when,
was.
when Hitler was like talking at the podium, they'd look and it's the soldier and he nods his head. Same thing like 7 times in a row. They're
So
like
Hitler's what? He was the second
He's a
best,
bad man.
second best kung fu master,
yes,
right?
because he was not the chosen Kung Fury,
Right.
prophesied about.
Just
And,
madness.
and they could not perfect the DNA.
right.
Amazing movie. I give it like 4.5 stars out of 5. Just on hilarity. And it's 30 minutes and it's digestible. And that's probably one of the reasons I like it so much, is that it's so quick and
Yeah,
digestible.
quick.
I think that a movie like that could get old if it was, you'd have to spread it out. Like if it was like that, boom, 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 for an hour and a half, there are very few movies that can pull that off. But I really like it.
I agree.
Yeah,
I mean,
crushed.
that's one of those things where it's like a, I hate to say it's like a train wreck, but it's almost like a vehicle accident where you just can't look away.
Yeah.
You just keep staring and you got to know what happens and you just can't give it up. It's awesome.
So to wrap our review, I was thinking while I was watching this, dude, if I was to make a movie that I would be the star of, just like the creator Dave Sandberg created the Kung Fury, if I was to make a movie, what would the context be? What would my shtick be? And who would be my arch nemesis? Have you guys thought about that? What do you got one on off the tip of your tongue that you can think of?
Well, I already know that my downfall is I don't have arms to begin with. So I get these fake arms early on and I don't know how to use them. And my arch nemesis is a very fast alligator, but in human form. Almost like you ever see Street Sharks? The cartoon? Think of an alligator.
It would be Leatherhead from the Ninja Turtles.
Yeah,
Animorphs.
well, almost like what is that? Like gecko,
Dude,
whatever.
Mondo geckos,
Mondo
yeah.
gecko, like
Animorphs.
But that's like one. But bro, I mean, he's a monster.
And so what's the context of your movie? What genre is this taking place in? What's the deal? So you are armless. You got to become like Jax from Mortal Kombat and fight this alligator. Where is this taking place? What's
Already
the
sounds-
shtick?
I gotta go save my love from a tower. It's almost like a rom-com mixed with an action. I mean,
I love
I gotta go save her.
Holy
I love
cow,
I
dude.
gotta save her. He has this big old castle and a moat. I'm gonna kick his ass.
I
Yo,
love
you
it.
have
But
to.
at some point, I gotta race him though.
I love
I
it.
gotta race him to get to my girl.
Dude, you put so much thought into this.
I did,
I love it.
and I'm winning.
Oh
I
my
will not lose
gosh,
this battle.
so
You're not.
amazing.
No one.
No,
we
and then-
talked about
and
this.
then-
You beat an alligator in a race.
But you want to know?
Makes
You want to
sense.
know the best part about all this? At the end of the movie, or at the end of when I meet my girl, I realize it wasn't about the arms. It was about this.
Oh,
We're making
that's
this
too
movie.
good.
What's
This
this guy?
movie-
Who directed this movie?
I think his name was David Sandberg.
We'll reach out to him. He's directing Nico's movie.
Dude.
Have to.
It's not about the arms.
Oh my gosh. How about you, Joe? Do you have anything that comes to mind?
Yeah, I think it would be me as a current day wrestler,
Nice.
right? And I would like the ultimate like boss is
I mean, you got to do it.
I know.
you know
You got to do it.
CM
Oh my
Punk
gosh.
bitch.
Yes.
But is it with all the piercings? Like what version?
Which
all
version?
well that's the thing. Like I
Does
would
he morph into all of them?
the
well, that's the
UFC
thing, like-
version. Oh, we can like morph.
Yeah.
well
you gotta
yeah
beat the
well,
boss.
I like this is like a time travel also very similar where like it would be like current day and then we would travel back in time to like old Punk and then I
Yeah.
would fight like each Punk in its like era, right? All
Yeah.
the different Punks till I get to the current modern day Punk with one tricep because the punk ass bitch, and then that's how I would fight him. Yeah,
That's intense.
pretty good.
I like
Is
that.
that like his Achilles heel?
His Achilles tricep.
Damn, you didn't catch what I was.
I got it.
Thank you.
That was great. I did
that
like
was
that.
good.
I-
That was good.
He is a,
Thank you.
but he's not a heel. But he would be in my movie.
He would.
Yeah,
he
That's what
would.
I'm saying.
What would be
So
my wrestling
tried to
name?
help
I
you,
need to
dude.
think like what my wrestling name would be.
the beard,
The beard.
beard taco.
Beard taco.
Well, you got to throw taco in there. You know for
Yeah.
sure. You have to.
Muscle bound beard. You got to do something like strength because you're a strong guy. Like muscle bound beard taco.
I like it. Either way, I'm traveling through time and I'm beating up every Punk in every era.
I love it.
That's how much I want to beat him up. So I
I
can beat him
love
up in multiple times.
Even what is that? SLC Punk? Even him too.
Done.
Yeah.
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 I'm gonna fight him.
I think if I had to create something like that, I have to like smash a bunch of genres together because I'm a crazy person. So you guys know I love like sci-fi fantasy. So there has to be like creatures that are like otherworldly, like a triceracop or something like that, you know, an otherworldly kind of creature, but I want them all dressed in Renaissance clothing. And why, I don't know. I just feel like that's an era of time that's bizarre. And they're like
Dude, it's your movie.
Shakespearean and all different kinds
But
of
really,
stuff.
it's
and
like
they're
modern day.
but
They're just dressed like that.
For out thou lizard or something. I
Like
don't
in
know.
role models.
Space lizards.
Space lizards.
Rub a dub dub.
My son loves the movie Zathura, which is like where it's kind of like the Jumanji, but in space, and they have all these space lizards
Oh,
and
I
stuff
didn't
like
know.
that. And so I would do something like that. And I'm like, everything would vacillate between like, I love metal music. So it would vacillate between like heavy metal music and then like Enya or Yanni. And like, so like in one scene, it's like, you know, Metallica or something hardcore.
Like
and
Master
then,
Puppets. Like,
and then the very next scene, like,
That's your favorite
Enya's like,
scene.
"Hiya, yeah." I don't
that
know
was
what
pretty
Enya's-
good, I
but
Isn't that what they put like kids to sleep with when they're really little?
pretty sure.
Yeah.
I
And
think that's a thing.
all of this would be like built around some kind of like apocalyptic thing that they need to like save the world's supply of like oranges or something. Like
broccoli.
Broccoli crushed. My favorite, broccoli. The world's supply of broccoli is being run out by these Renaissance lizards listening to Metallica and Enya at the same time. And I'm going to stop them. And how am I going to stop them?
By playing Britney Spears Stronger,
Yeah.
and their
with
minds
Britney Spears
explode.
Stronger, their minds explode.
Vambach.
And two things that I've kind of secretly, when I'm an old guy, I want these two things. They're super creepy, but I'm going with them. One, the training master in Kill Bill, how he would always like and like whip his beard. I
Yeah.
need an epic, long, pointed ZZ Top ish beard. The other thing I really want when I'm older, and I know this sounds really funny, but like, you know how old people get that like arm fat that
Like
like
that flab?
hangs, that like it's like extra
Are you
arm
calling me
fat in a
old?
cool way. I got some of that, but I want to use it like a flying squirrel, like where they can like their arm fat can go out there and they can like fly, and then I would,
like one of those gliding
and then
suits.
the Renaissance lizard is like being a jerk, and I would like whip my
like
arm
clobber
fat,
him.
and it would like flip like snap them in the face like a whip, and it would be
I
legendary.
feel like you've thought about that for a
Yeah.
while.
You know who's going to have?
I just took a bunch of things that I have thought about and smashed them together.
You know what that is
Nice.
down there? It's your tricep. You know who has a weak tricep?
You know who only has one?
CM Punk.
Yeah, because he's a bitch.
On that note,
Sorry.
that's our review of Kung Fury. Check out the movie. Hilarious. We'll rock a new one for you guys next time. Thanks for joining us on the Moretako Encounter. Don't let my arm flab slap you on the way out, suckers!
That review is longer than the movie.